You're out of your fucking mind. It's a masterpiece of a song. It's a masterpiece of a song.
They did say that was the hardest song to record because they recorded this album live.
What? Welcome to Every Album Ever with Mike and Alex. My name is Michael Mansour, and I'm joined, as always, by my, in a much better mood than usual, co-host Alexander Volts. Say hello.
Hello.
This is Every Album Ever, the podcast where we listen to every single album in the world, one artist at a time, except for these shorter episodes where we cover literally one album at a time by a brand new album came out this year, artist, something. Who are we covering today?
We're covering Black Country, New Road, and their album, Ants from Up There.
This was requested on Patreon by Cole. Was it Cole? I believe it was Cole.
I don't know anyone's names.
If I got your name wrong, I'm so sorry, because he's like one of our best supporters. Cole, thank you so much for sticking with us and being very chatty. He's very chatty in the Discord.
Appreciate it.
But it's like a good chatty because he has all the opinions that I like. But also, this was like, this is one of the earliest requests he had, or one of the earliest requests period. Like as soon as we announced that we're going to be doing this, bam, immediately this one. You talked about it a few times. I paid no attention. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll listen to whatever. I don't really care. I mean, I may have heard in passing that they were somehow related to Black Mayday. Didn't even really register it. It is going to be tough to top this for album of the year.
Whoa.
I am fucking floored. I'm in love. This thing. Dude, I have stories how this album f***ed me up. It's like, this is one of the best albums I've heard in a long time. Like, holy yes.
Damn. First time I listened to it, I liked it. Multiple listens, I'm kind of middle of the road. I'm gonna let this like marinate with me.
This is a flawless, perfect album. This is one of those albums where I'm almost rationing my listens because I was like, I want to make sure I can hear it all the way from start to finish uninterrupted. I want to make sure I soak in every second of it.
Yes.
The last time an album did this to me, Caligula by Lingua Ignota.
I saw that coming.
Dude,
well, I mean, because I know you.
And you know what? Hey, since we're being real here, dude.
Yeah.
Made me cry a little bit.
There you go.
Made me cry. This album is so good. It's so damn good.
I think there's a lot of things I like on here, but then there's also some like arcade fiery.
Explain. What is this fire of arcade, you slanderous?
Even lists it as an influence, so I'm not crazy. They just kind of venture into that territory.
Do you have citations?
And I do have nice things to say about this album. I might even like the two albums that songs that completely lost me were A Place Where He Inserts the Blade.
You're out of your fucking mind. It's a masterpiece of a song. It's a masterpiece of a song.
They did say that was the hardest song to record because they recorded this album live.
What?
Yeah.
What? I didn't know that.
No, I will admit this hard stuff to play.
Incredible.
That song in Snow Globes.
You don't love that insane drum performance where he just fucking loses it. It's such a
I think it's a boring song, and even when it goes bonkers.
Oh, I love how it goes bonkers because what he's talking about or what we're talking about. Listen, the last 3 tracks are a gauntlet if you don't like it, and will change your life if you do like it, because it ends with a 7-minute track, a 9-minute track, and a 12-minute track.
12-minute track is the strongest out of the 3.
Phenomenal. I don't agree it's the strongest. I haven't decided yet because I like them all so much.
Sure.
But so Snow Globes, very, very dark, very, very ballady, not ballady, but like dark, emotional, very suicidal. It's a suicidal song. And then I don't know what it's about, but it just feels that way. When it for most of this, it's very post-rocky and there's a lot of build-up. Like most of it is we're going to start extremely minimal and gentle, and we're going to build and build and build and build and build. But that song, when it builds, it doesn't turn into a giant proggy band thing. It's just the drummer losing his fucking mind. Full drum solo over the really dark, emotional suicide song.
Yes.
And that feels so much more suicidal. It feels like all the chaos, like, oh my God, I'm going to do it. I mean, it's not about suicide. I don't know what it's about. It just feels that way.
Sure.
And the chaos of all the drums. Oh, I found it very moving.
And yeah, I don't know. I may come around. We're kind of going in reverse here. We started on the last 3 tracks.
I think it's appropriate because of how obviously they put the most into these. Like it's very obvious that the album was leading to these songs.
Yes, this is a very new band for the most part.
Yeah,
they're like
2018, something like that.
Pretty much like Black Midi are their peers. Where if you guys have listened to the year ends, you know how much I love me some Black Midi.
Both their albums made your lists.
Yeah, both are out, and guess what? They have an album that came out this year too.
Do they really?
They might go for a three in a row.
Holy shit! Because I feel as much as they're associated, they tour together and stuff, and under like was it Black Midi New Road? Or
I didn't know that part, but
like I think that's like they're really close.
You can like hear it, but they're different. They're different bands.
I could barely hear it because I like Black Midi, but I don't like him even remotely as much as like this. This is way up my alley. This is of like, I mean, it's post rock for sure, but it feels way more symphonic. It feels way more proggy.
For sure. There's like 100 people in this band.
Yeah.
And if you see a picture of them, it looks like the cast of a CW show.
Oh, they're all edgy and emotional?
No, they're just like...
They're all the Flash.
Young, attractive people.
Okay.
And then the other crazy... the other fucking nuts thing about this is 4 days before the album dropped, lead singer vocalist Isaac Wood left the band.
Yep.
And they were going to tour America and they had to cancel that. And then to make it even crazier, they said they will no longer be playing songs he was a part of.
Yep.
Which I kind of get in a way, but even as someone who didn't immediately love, I hope they change their mind. Because I think if you're a fan of this, I think people should be able, like, what a treat this would be live. I can admit that.
Oh my God. When I read that, because my first listen of this, it was a very interesting experience. Because I first of all, these days with metal and post metal and noise rock and post rock and all these dashes and genres, subgenre things, covers and band names don't matter anymore. You can no longer tell what a band is based on the band name or like the album cover. So I'm seeing this and we have a track record of like, okay, this super brutal band, this kind of weird, crazy experimental thing. So I was thinking like, it's probably gonna be something heavy and metal. So the first track is the intro and it's horns and fiddles doing a 5/8 riff. And I'm like, hold on. All right. So it's going to be quirky. It's already not what I was expecting.
Yeah. That's like the most Black Midi thing, but with less cocaine.
Oh yeah. It's way more tangible. And then the main single comes on, Chaos Space Marine. And
it's basically one track to me.
No, it might as well be, but the full song
also
is misleading as fuck. Because it's like the only thing that's not post rock. It's what it is. I'm listening to it, I'm like, this is like if Sparks was prog. It's fucking crazy. I also
wrote that. I was like, it's folk indie rock inspired by Sparks.
Yep. And it's incredible.
Yeah.
And just the passages and progressions, it's so classical.
Nothing to do with the songwriting, but the title. Fucking Warhammer nerds. Is that what it's from? That's from, yeah.
It's from the games. That's hilarious.
Yeah, because the good guys in that are the Space Marines, and I was like, maybe it's random, and then I saw no, it's
because there's a lot of Space Marines. I mean, Aliens had Space Marines,
sure,
but
I hate myself for forgetting what's the bug movie.
Oh, Starship Troopers.
Yeah, technically Space
Marines. I'll never forget a naked Denise Richards. Never. Not as a kid. I mean, it was a very shaping moment.
Whenever I think of that movie, I think of Jake Busey's smile.
Dude, his teeth go on.
He is his father's son.
Oh, unfortunately, his father's. Oh, I mean, I do like his father. He never stops entertaining me. But so I'm already like, wait, this is a fucking crazy. I wasn't expecting the song to go there. And then, of course, it was Concord comes on, and then it's like, oh, all right, bringing it down. It's a little bit post-rock. It's very nice. And then each song, I just end up liking more and more, and yada yada. The final track ends, and the last big section of the final track fucked me up so much that I sat there and for the rest of the night, I didn't know what to do.
Oh, fuck.
I sat there like, I don't know. I don't really want to do. I'll just sit here I sat there doing nothing for like fucking 40 minutes.
Damn. What a glowing review.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh, so I was excited. I was so caught off guard. And then I go back for a second listen and I'm like, okay, I still love it. I'm not like crying or moved or whatever. It's like, but still a great album. Go back for a third listen on my commute. I was like, God damn it, it's good again. It's moving me just as much as the first time. God damn it.
And then, this was they did say this was meant to be an album like beginning to end. I know they worked out these songs through touring in the lead up to it, or where like they would kind of add a little something here, a little something there, and then they would evolve the songs live, which I think is very cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That is one. And you really hear how fleshed out they are.
I was going to say the deluxe version has some live versions.
I didn't hear the live stuff, but I saw it on there.
Yeah. You can hear that they're different songs.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What an impressive fucking band. So after I listened to that, I read a little bit about it and I'm all fucked up. And then I see that Isaac left the band before the album came out and that they're not going to play any of these songs live. And then like, whoa. What? And all of a sudden it turned it from an amazing album to this like really like
it's like
one piece of history.
Legendary status already.
Yeah, already. And it's the same year. It's sad. And I think Isaac cited like mental health reasons. Yeah. Which like you can't even argue with that, even though I want to so bad. Like, fuck your mental health, dude. We like it. let us have this. Suffer for us. It's the least you could do.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how, like what he's laying down in terms of riffs compared to the rest of the band.
It seems very collaborative.
Yes, but I don't know. Like his voice is just an indie folk singer voice to me.
I disagree. I found it to be very charming. I found it inspiring in a weird and kind of unorthodox way.
Yeah,
because what he's doing is so, I don't want to say the word pure. I'm not going to say the word pure. It's so honest.
You say pure.
He doesn't have like the greatest voice, but he doesn't have a bad voice.
It's not bad.
He has a very quivery British voice. It's a very, very British, very quivery. And it's just, especially when he goes loud and when these big emotional moments, it's so honest. You fucking believe whatever. And like, you can only make out, you can make out a lot of the lyrics, but again, I'm not really sitting down with the lyrics, but the parts that I can't ignore and he's just wailing and it sounds like he's about to break apart. It's, you fucking feel it, man. You feel it. Oh, I love it.
Oh, you know what? I'm happy you loved it.
I am too. I mean, again, I didn't know what the fuck this was.
Yeah.
Thought it was metal.
No.
It's not metal.
No.
Yeah. And it's also a rare occasion where I'm like agreeing with like the universal acclaim that it's receiving.
That's insane.
I agree with it.
Yeah, nuts.
It is getting like perfect scores across the board.
Yeah, there's no way this doesn't make all the year. Maybe not mine, but everyone else's year endless.
Oh yeah, this is the new challenge became what's going to top this? What can top this for me? I don't even
know if I have strong contenders yet.
Oh wow. I wasn't expecting to have any strong contenders either. I was expecting to wait till the very last second and find something.
A handful of not even a handful. I have a couple albums that I think are going to make it. I don't even feel super strong. I just enjoy them.
Interesting. I mean, last year was such a juggernaut of amazing albums.
Everybody fucking threw albums at us.
I'm happy with this. I'm much happy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then you see all the fucking Neutral Milk Hotel.
Dude, it's like I was just looking at that right now. It's getting compared to dog shit that we don't like. It's a masterpiece just like Neutral Milk Hotel.
I can hear it though.
In terms of the folkiness, for sure.
Yeah.
except it's much better. I mean, I like
Oh,
Neutral
no.
Hotel's
This
first
is-
album, but
10 out of 10, like this or Aeroplane or whatever.
yeah, and they were playing Over the Sea.
This wins for me every time.
I mean, this it shouldn't even be put in the same category, in the same fucking breath. Like, I don't like that album. I get why people like it. I fucking don't like it. But this is so intricate and it's immaculate. And like everything is so it's almost like elegant the way it's put together and the way it's arranged.
I will say I can't think of another band that's has this sound. I was gonna say these days, but like maybe
Period.
Yeah, like I do like the use of like horns and strings and
The horns and strings really separate it.
yeah, and when I say strings here, I am including the guitar sometimes because like I think sometimes horns can come across a little overbearing or cheesy.
Yeah.
And here it's just that great, like, I don't want to say medium place, but they pull it off.
It's tasteful. It's very tasteful. It's like, I mean, it's so, I can only say quirky, even though it's not like goofy, funny quirky. It's just, it's post rock in a way you've never heard post rock.
You know,
yeah, what?
You said quirky, and then I'll tell you what kind of quirky it is. I want to make sure I get the director's name right.
Oh, Wes Anderson?
It's like Spike Jones.
Spike Jones.
Quirky.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
like Spike Jones quirky, where like you're crying, but there's also a monster in the room with you.
Because I was about to say,
like a friendly monster.
yeah, because like Wes Anderson quirky is the kind of quirky I'm not saying, where it's like goofy and funny and silly.
This Spike Jones.
There's a lot of emotion in here, and a lot of the stuff is really dark, but with these crazy arrangements and these horns and these fiddles, it's like it makes it. I don't know, it doesn't feel so like morose or I don't want to say emo, but it doesn't feel like it's pitting itself.
Yeah, maybe Eternal Sunshine, Michael Gondry quirky, where you're crying, but also there's like sci-fi stuff going on.
Yeah,
and you're like, hey, that guy usually Jim Carrey makes me laugh, but he's making me cry today.
Today he's trying something different.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff that I really like that they do. And because every song is they're doing something different in every song, which is already, you sold me with that because I don't know what's coming next. So a song like
it does flow immaculately.
It's
beginning to end.
Wonderful pacing. Pacing. So a song like Bread Song, where it's super duper minimal and gentle. It's like really dirgy, it's very like floaty and formless. It doesn't really have it just kind of floats along. And then around like 3.5 minutes, the drum clicks come in.
Oh, those clicks are a good touch.
All of a sudden, it's now you feel this really intricate, complex rhythm on top of what you felt like didn't have a rhythm. Turns out it did have a rhythm. It just needed something to remind you that it was there.
It is like almost like when you get a lot of the horns with the strings, it does almost feel like a jazz song, but you always have like the percussion or the more traditional rock instruments to keep you grounded and going.
Yeah, and even like the rock moments, quote unquote, they're so like I think it's Good Will Hunting, where it finally jumps into like a standard 1-2 beat and it's very satisfying, like, and you feel that 4/4 and like fuck, this feels really good, and then doesn't do it again, and then you think it's gonna go back to that same riff, except it's slightly different, and now it's halftime. So it's like even when they do go back to stuff, it's like they just tweak it and they alter it, and that's the stuff that makes fucking music fascinating. You think you know where it's gonna happen, but it's slightly different now. I love it.
And also to pull it off with like 8 kids from the CW show is just so crazy.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
That many people on one page and they're that good looking. God damn.
How good looking are they? I need to see a photo.
I'm telling you, these are young, sexy teens that are going to get killed in a horror movie.
Okay, first of all, you're right. You're correct. They're all very sexy. And that guy's hair, the guy's hair sucks. I think it's Isaac. Oops. Well, maybe not. No, it's a bass player. I think that's Isaac.
Yeah.
He's all right. He's pretty hot.
They look like a Nickelodeon band. It's crazy they play this kind of music.
They look too young to do anything right. They look too young to do it. And they're so good. They're all so fucking good.
They all got bright futures in front of them.
Oh, god damn. I love this album. How did it get back? And here's another thing. I love this album so much, I'm afraid to listen to the first album.
I'm like, I like some of the ideas here. I think I may like the first album more. I do like the first album more.
Interesting.
It's a little weird.
I heard it's crazier.
It's a little weirder.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not it's just this new one. Maybe not for me. I'm stewing on it.
God, I love it so much. And by the way, it's not just, we keep saying horns and violins. They're all multi-instrumentalists. So Lewis Evans plays sax. He also plays flute, and he also does backup vocals. And then there's also I think there's a glockenspiel at some point. There's a lot of stuff on this record alone. What the fuck's on this record? Let's look it up. There's a lot of people on the personnel. Sorry. Why is my mouse going fucking crazy? Look at that. I'm barely touching it.
Ham.
Holy shit.
There we go.
Mandolin, cello, flute, sax, marimba, glockenspiel, keyboards,
banjos.
God damn, you're right. Banjos. It's
also
gorgeous. None of it feels overdone either.
Yeah. No, it's never like here's a wall of cacophonous noise just for cacophony. It's not even that, but yeah.
Well, I guess agree to disagree, folks.
Listen to the album, make your own mind up.
Let us
know what you think.
It's so good. You must. Thank you, Cole, for suggesting this. I guess we might as well wrap.
Yeah.
We didn't do plugs up front because who cares? Yeah, no,
we're too excited.
Do them now. So if you want to help us out, support us, subscribe if you like the video, and talk shit in the comments. Agree, disagree. Don't really care. Just be a part. All right, be a part. You can also find the full album ads from up there in the description. We got links associated with pretty much every episode. We got playlists for the big episode. We got the albums for the small episodes, and then Patreon, baby. Patreon.com/every album ever. All kinds of stuff there. We got bonus episodes, early access to the Loose Ends episodes. You get discounts off merch. You get to see our schedule in advance. You get to vote on polls to decide who we're covering next. You get to join the Discord, talk shit with us, as well as suggest these episodes, just like Cole did. These are fun, and we'll be picking them up from the Discord directly. And if you're tier 2, you're bigger than Jesus, then you can suggest a big, long, full discography for us to cover on our big episodes. It's the only way we'll do it now. We're not taking standard requests anymore, even though people keep sending them. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Go there, do that. Thank you very, very, very much. You can follow me on all social media at PanderMonkey. You can follow Alex on Instagram
at Mother Puncture.
Please check out my debut EP, Pander Monkey by Pander Monkey. There's a link to that in the description as well. It's post-rock as well, but not quite as, there's no, there's violins on it, but there's no horns. It's cool. Check it out.
Mike's gonna replace Isaac Wood.
I wouldn't dare.
You would stick out like a sore thumb.
My nose would. I can't stand with those fucking Adonises. They're gorgeous. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I guess that's about it. I don't think we have more plugs.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for hanging out, listening and watching. I said it again. God damn it. See ya.